single stroke roll and double stroke roll. Okay, we talked about how to hold a drumstick, how to hit a drum pad. Okay, two of your main rudiments: single stroke roll, double stroke roll. Single stroke roll. So we already talked about being loose. If you haven't checked this out, go back to the first video: how to hit a drum pad, how to hit a drum, how to use your back three fingers. Okay. So a really great exercise that I use to develop the single stroke roll, and a lot of people have used this, is to play either 4, 8, or 16 with one hand, and then do the other hand the same way. So 4 would look like this. Just start slow, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to talk about gears. Kind of the hands are kind of like gears of a car. You know, you got fast, slow. You got first gear, second gear, whatever. If you play slow, it's kind of like first gear, using your wrist. You know, you don't really need to use the back three fingers, those small muscle groups. You know, you can even, if you're playing really slow, you don't even need your wrist, but you don't want to look like that. You get fired from a gig, probably, if you play like that. But anyway, using your wrist, you don't really need to use the back three fingers. That's right. Okay. Now, as you start to speed up a little bit, the fingers are going to start to come into play. Right, the back three fingers. You're going to have less wrist motion. You're going to have more finger. The back three fingers are going to be working the pad for you. Working the sticks for you, I should say. Right? So, how do you get to that point? You just start slow. Just start with 4 on each hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And you want to feel the back three fingers working that drumstick when you get fast. At a slow tempo, again, you don't need finger control. Use your wrist, get comfortable with that, you know. But you're going to hit a brick wall after a while. You're going to be like, I can't get faster. That's when you got to convert to the fingers, okay? And it comes from, before you can put them together like this, you know, you want to do just 4 on each hand, 8 on each hand, 16 on each hand, okay? So 4 on each hand, 8 on each hand, 16 on each hand. Okay, when that feels cool, then, I mean, that might take a while, you know, to get that comfortable. You don't just sit down on the pad and be like, okay, I'm ready. You know, that takes a while. You'll know when you're ready to move on. But when you feel good, do it with a metronome, you know, keep track. Set it at maybe, you know, whatever tempo, you know, you feel comfortable with. Set it on a quarter note, maybe here. Okay, you play 16 notes with each hand on that click. 4 on each click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. Okay? When that feels good, increase your speed and take a little piece of paper and keep track of your tempos. Okay? So the way, once you feel good, like again, like this, you feel good like that, then we're going to put them together with this exercise. You get the right hand going, and then you're going to drop in the left hand in spurts like this. And you end on a right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? When that feels good, speed it up. You can do 16. Okay, do the same thing with the left hand. Start with 4, and so on. Okay? So that's how you're going to start to develop your single stroke roll. Double stroke roll is a whole nother animal. Okay, so with double, again, you got the different gears of the double. Slow doubles, you're going to be using wrist, right? Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Okay? As you get faster, you're going to convert to the fingers. Now the doubles take, most students who I work with, it takes them the longest out of any rudiment to really become proficient at it. The double, you know, all your rudiments are composed of doubles, singles, and triples, you know, pretty much. So if you can play doubles and singles pretty well, you know, that's the whole foundation of everything, drumming, you know, in general. So when you play a double at a slow tempo, use your wrist. As you get faster, you're going to convert to using your fingers. Okay, it's going to be one wrist motion for 2 strokes like this. Okay, now what am I doing there? I'm using a push-pull technique. Some people use this. You don't have to use it, but it's really beneficial if you do. You're guaranteed to get something out of it for sure. So you start here in home position. You're going to throw the stick down, and just like we did on the very first video with technique, using just the index finger, the middle finger and the thumb, that type of thing. If you haven't checked that out, check out the very first video. You're going to hit the pad, let the stick fly back. Now look how my fingers are open like I'm going to shake somebody's hand, right? Like that. So I'm here, fingers are closed, I'm in home position, got my grip. Hit the pad, let the stick fly back. Now look how the fingers are open. On the next stroke, you're going to snap up. So what's happening on that stroke, I'm pulling my back 3 fingers in and I'm snapping my wrist back. I see a lot of students do this. They'll get this thing down, and then when they hit the pad, they just use the fingers and leave their hand flat. You don't want to do that. You got to cock it back for the next stroke, okay? You got to go back to home position. So it's like a cycle. Hit the pad, fingers open up, the back 3 fingers, work the stick, and the stick pops up. So I'm going to do it really slow. Here it is from the side. Hit the pad, back 3 fingers open up, and then you take the back 3 fingers, it closes the stick, and the wrist pulls up at the same time. Okay, so it's like this. That's the motion. Now when you do it, you want to do it just one, split it up into 2 parts. Just do the one section, then do the other part. So the first part, okay, you freeze there. If that doesn't work, if you come off some weird way, try it again, until you get to that point. Then when you're cool there, then you're going to take the back 3 fingers, pop the stick up, okay? And it should look like this. Okay? It's one wrist motion for 2 strokes. I'm not going like this. I'm doing this. One wrist motion, fingers pull it up the second time, okay? Okay, now when that feels cool, when you're good with each hand, do just like we did singles, 4 on each hand. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That might take, who knows how long that might take you, It sounds corny, and you might have heard this, but it is corny to say it, but it's about the journey and not about the destination, So have fun practicing. It's not like, oh, when am I going to be able to play doubles? Just enjoy the moment of being able to just work on that. Be happy that you have hands that you can play drums, So anyway, when that feels cool, doing right, then you're going to start doing the same thing we did with the single stroke roll, putting them together. So you're going to go mama, 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 dada, mama, dada, mama, dada, mama, dada, mama, 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 dada, mama, dada, mama, dada, mama, dada. Okay? When you play double stroke roll, you want to do it like this. It's the same as like singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to throw for the doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you definitely want to throw. When you're doing this, throw for the double, okay? Don't just go like this and leave it down here. Use the rebound to your advantage. Throw for it. Come from up here, and actually, physically, you can really exaggerate it at first if you want. You use some of that arm, like that. Of course, you're never going to play that way, but that really helps a lot of people when I teach, how to play double stroke roll, to actually force them to throw for it, and then you're going to have a more refined motion later on. But throw for that double, okay? So when you do the exercise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And I use a thing, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare thumb war. Kids love it, adults love it, everybody loves it. Not necessarily love it, but it helps them get it together. So I love 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare thumb war, So 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare thumb war. 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare thumb war. So it's the same motion, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're converting doubles. Still throwing for it. So it's a great exercise to develop doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Should feel the same. Okay, so you do that exercise and you do this one. It's kind of like the brother of the single stroke roll exercise. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Mama, 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 dada, mama, dada, mama, dada, mama, dada. Okay? Same thing with the left hand. Mama, 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 dada, mama, dada, mama, dada, mama, dada, mama, 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 dada, mama, dada, mama, dada. And then you can do 4, you can do 8s.